Ciao, cacao. In 2023, I ran the Berlin Marathon for a UK-based charity, The Passage. This organization helps homeless people, and I had to raise £800 for them. I live in Norway and I have never been homeless myself. Why would I raise money for a charity that has nothing to do with me? Well, I really wanted to run my first major marathon, and that was the way of doing it. In this video, I will share with you a few secrets on how to fundraise money for a good cause, my experience with running for a charity, and some general information about majors. You probably are familiar with 6 major marathons. If not, these are 6 main marathon events in 6 big cities: New York, Chicago, Boston, London, Berlin, and Tokyo. As soon as you start running marathons, you will want to finish the 6 majors. Not only it is fun to run and travel, but also after finishing all of them, you get a special medal to rule them all. Sounds like a good deal. The only issue is that you're not the only one who wants to run them all. With your local marathon, you can register and run. With the major one, you can apply to run. And then there is a lottery where they choose the lucky ones to get the spot. So if you didn't win the lottery, what else can you do? Well, you can be a really fast runner. That means that you need to have a documented marathon with a specific time frame. For me in Berlin, my age category, my gender would be 2 hours 45 minutes, which is insane. I wasn't born in Kenya and I didn't win the lottery, so what should I do then? It's time to think about running for a charity. How does it work? A bunch of charities get places on the marathon and they sell them for donations. Basically, you choose one charity from the list and apply to run for it. Then you have to pledge to collect a certain amount of money as a donation to them. In my case, it was £800. Why did I choose The Passage? Did I really want to support homeless people in the UK? I'm not going to lie. I sorted all the charities by the amount of money they were asking to collect. £800 was the minimum, but a lot of them had around £2,000. I knew it would be extremely difficult for me to collect money for this specific charity that has nothing to do with me personally or Norway in general, so I assumed that the biggest donation would come from my pocket anyway. And that's how I chose the charity. Simple. So what are the reasons people run for charities? In my case, I just wanted to run a major marathon, and it was the only option I had left. I didn't win the lottery, and I'm not fast enough. So I decided to run for a charity. But some people want to run for a great cause. For instance, if you have someone, or you knew someone who died of cancer, or veteran, or whatever, any good reason, people just want to support it. People think that they can contribute to the cause, and I think it's beautiful. I love Norway, and Bergen especially.
But there is also another reason. Let's say you're gonna run a marathon anyway. Why shouldn't do it for a good reason? Why shouldn't you collect some money for a charity meanwhile? That can be a good motivation, you know, especially if you've never done a marathon before. Also, you won't be surprised how many people are willing to help you out and how many people are going to be donating. I've been collecting money for Ukrainian soldiers since the war started, and you won't believe how many friends I have. I never thought I'd have that many friends, and how grateful I am to my extended Norwegian family for everything they've done. So try it yourself. Today I'm running 13k because next week I will be running a full marathon. Unofficial, but it's going to be a marathon in a tunnel. So stay tuned if you want to see it. Meanwhile, Bergen is the rainiest city in Europe, but last week we got a lot of snow, which is not normal. So now it feels a little bit like running on the trail, because not only have we hills here, but also a lot of snow. So instead of enjoying my run in heart rate zone 2 and 3, quite often I jump into zone 4 and 5. It's not easy when it's hard. Fun fact of the day, they have 2 public urinals in the city center of Bergen, and I'm gonna enjoy one of them straight away. They really come handy when you go for a run and have to pee, or when you're partying and going to catch a bus or taxi. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. It's past Christmas, but I still have the mood. Ooh. Sometimes I have to run on the road because simply cannot run on the pavement. It's too much snow in here. The drivers are not happy, but what can I do? I'm done with my run, but I'm a bit far away from my home. So I'll go say hi to my friend Arvid, who owns a fish shop. And the sponsor of this run is Arvid. There's a lot of good stuff from his shop, complimentary stuff. I don't know why, he probably loves me. If I could be gay. Time to go home with all the food that I got from Arvid. Thank you, Arvid. There are a few more things left to talk about. How do you fundraise? Well, it's not easy, but it's not that difficult. You have friends, you have family, you have co-workers, even your company. You can ask all of them. Use your social media if you use social media. Post on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever, LinkedIn. Post your updates constantly, but don't push it too hard. Let's say you cannot message your friends and just ask them to donate money. That's not nice, and it feels like it feels weird, you know. So how do you do it? How do you approach social media and just ask for money on social media? Basically, you finish your 20k run or whatever run you finish, and you post an update. I just ran 20k, and I remind you that I'm running for a charity and I'm still collecting money. If you are willing to donate, please do so. My reason to collect money for this charity is this and that. And if you have extra spare dollars, please donate to my charity. Also, you can always sell stuff that you don't really need. You have some old stuff, you don't use it, it's just laying around. So try to sell it. Maybe you'll get a few bucks here and there, and you can use this money for your crowdfunding or your charity. Another thing, you can make or sell place in your playlist. Let's say you run and listen to music. Then you offer people to buy one song for $1 or £1 or €1, and they donate this money to you and buy a song that you're gonna be listening while you're running. And not necessarily that song should be nice to listen. It shouldn't be your favorite song. It can be a Barbie song or a song from some cartoon movie for kids, something that you don't normally listen to, but because people donate, suddenly you are obligated to listen to this song while you're running a marathon, which is kind of funny, and people like that kind of stuff. Or you can always use your t-shirt or your running vest and get some people's name on it. For instance, I have my name on this one, but I can sell a few spots at the back or on the front. Let's say you donate $25 to my charity, and you can have your name somewhere on the vest. Why not? People like getting stuff in return. People don't like giving away money for free and getting nothing in return. They want something back, so just try to give it to them. Why you should not run for a charity? Let's take as an example Boston Marathon. You have to collect $5,000 for any charity, and that's minimum. So imagine collecting 5,000 from your friends and family. It feels like a lot. I know a lot of people do it, but for me it would be a little bit too much for charity, especially for charities that I'm not really familiar with or I have no connection to. Another thing, you constantly have to ask people for money, and not everyone likes it.
When I started, I didn't like it either. It was a little bit complicated. It was difficult to ask people for money. And that's the part that you have to be comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with, then you have to find other way. Win lottery or be a fast runner, or just collect all the money, or pay all the money from your pocket. And the last thing I wanted to say, will I ever do it again? Will I ever run for charity again? Probably not. First of all, I'll try to get faster. Second, whatever charities I donate or collect money for, I don't want to do it through the run. So I don't want to ruin a little bit of this experience that I have, an enjoyable experience that I have while running. But for some people, it can be a great motivation to finish that run, especially because we are competing creatures. We need some competition, we need some goals in our life to finish the marathon run or whatever. Just decide what's better for you. Thank you for watching, enjoy the meme of the day, and ciao cacao!